I know that a lot of persons think that, oh, healthcare is just free in Canada and you can just get everything for free. It's not really quite how it works. Hi everyone, my name is Rika and thank you so much for stopping by my channel again. So I'll be taking you guys along with me to apply for my Ohip, which stands for Ontario Health Insurance Plan. I'm not sure if I'll be able to actually record while I'm in the building. However, I'll be sure to show you my way there and all that type of things and kind of run you down on the requirements, the information online. You probably do want to definitely go ahead and cross-check it with what you really do need to bring. On a work permit, you need to carry your work permit, you need to carry your passport, you need to take a proof of address, which can be an ID or your lease, and I think that was most of what you needed to take with you. So I do have all of those items. If it is your first time and you're interested in the process, come along with me as I take you to for us to apply for our OHIP. And I don't think, as I mentioned, I'll be able to record in there, but I will definitely tell you how it went and what are the things that I really needed, what it was like filling out the form. I didn't fill out everything on the form because some things I genuinely wasn't sure about. So when I get there, they will assist me with that. And yeah, so come along with me. I'm super early here because what they just do is you line up and you take a number and then you get to go in according to that number. When they are completely full, you're no longer allowed to take any type of number. So it's just kind of better to get here earlier than later. It opens at 8:30 and it is currently 7:20 and I'm already here. Yeah, so this is a main office. I kind of like going to the main offices because there's resources everywhere, but I don't know, this one had good reviews too. Oh, and if you are on a work permit, you have to go to a main office. It's not like that. You guys, when I'm there, I have at least an hour wait, so let's see. I'm hoping when I go there is like this long line, because sometimes I feel like, oh, I'm so early, I'm gonna be the first one. Mama, no. So I'll see you guys in a bit. So I'm telling this, I'm gonna be the first one. Now there's two other people here. I'm gonna put my mask on now because I didn't expect anybody else to be here and thing. So yeah. Do you normally have you been here before where there's like a line?
Yes, I can visit. Yeah, the guy will probably open the door, but he won't let anyone stand inside.
Oh.
You're supposed to line up here.
Oh, does the line get like super long by 8:30?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Oh wow.
I think this is my third shift to place Ontario.
Oh.
Second.
Yeah, so I am number 3. There's, I guess, more people will definitely come. Please just ignore my hair. I have to get up so early. I'm struggling to just do everything right now. And it is getting like really full. It is 10 to 8 right now and the line is really long. I don't want to like put anybody's face in my... She just come in the shower. Like I'm never do that to her. I don't really like to put people's face in it. So the line is kind of like really swelling up. I'm really happy. When I spoke to one of the young men earlier, what he was explaining to me kind of differed from what I had heard over the phone, but I guess my experience I'll kind of know. So he was saying that after they let in about 10 to 15 people, they because it's his third time being here, so he's kind of like a seasoned veteran. After letting like 10 to 15 people, they give people appointments and you have to come back at different times in the day. Like they'll give you like 10:30 or whatever the case is, and then you come back when it's your actual appointment. But what they told me on the phone was just that they line people up and then after a while they stop giving out numbers. So I guess I'll see and then I'll tell you guys what my experience was. Yeah, so as the time went on, you are now able to go in the plaza. I think we got in here, I was a little distracted, please ignore my hair. We got in here about like 8:15 or something like that, and we're now able to line up in the plaza as we wait to go on in. I don't know why I'm still feeling nervous. This is so stupid. I'm start feeling it. No. Yeah, I don't know why I'm start feeling so nervous to go in, but yeah, the line like really long. I just know really want putting people facing on this one something. Alright, so we're going in now. This is the form that you would need to fill out when you are going to apply for OHIP. I'm just showing you so that you can be familiar with the questions beforehand. You can fill this out before you get there, or they can provide one for you when you are there for you to complete before your application is put in. Alright, so that ended up being a very quick process. Like, it's now 10 to 9, and I got there. I really should have just taken a half day, but I really wasn't sure, and I didn't want to take a half day and then be super rushing. The mall isn't fully open yet. Only service on here is open, but I'm just gonna, I want to find somewhere to just kind of sit and talk to people about it. Yeah, so they used basically all the documents that that I needed, that I had with me, such as passport, permanent residency card, work permit. Says they asked me if I wanted to be an organ donor. I said no. I'm really not sure about that right now. And I took the picture, so I'm not saying look super cute, but try to look decent on the day because they are going to take a photo of you. It wasn't really, I don't know, there wasn't really much to it, and yeah. There's one thing there with your documents. I was kind of nervous because I don't know, whenever I'm doing things like this, I always kind of wonder if I'll have all the documentation that I need. So my advice is to definitely come early. If you can, call ahead and do your research just so that you bring everything that you actually need with you. When you apply, you get a temporary health card that is like a piece of paper, but it has all of the information that you need on that piece of paper. You are then shipped a health card, but it has the expiration date of your work permit. So when you get an extension, if you get an extension, you will need to come in and renew that. And when you get your permanent resident card, you would also need to come in and update that on their system. You also need to come in with proof of address, which can be your lease or an ID with your address. So, let me see if I know. So I'm now more familiar with this part of town, and I'm heading over to the bus stop. Alright, so the day is almost concluded. Sis is heading on home. So I remember saying in the intro that there were some parts of the form that I didn't necessarily understand. Or did I? I don't even remember, but there are some parts in the form that I didn't necessarily understand, and I just left it blank and they just went ahead and filled it in for me. So if there's anything you don't understand, I don't think you need to be, stressed out about it. They'll just ask you some additional questions and they'll fill it in for you. Like, that's fine. Ensure that you have all of your documents. Nothing needs to be signed and date stamped by a JP, but just have everything that you need. Your ID, your lease, or your ID can be both for you, proof of address and identification, as well as the letter from your employer, and it needs to say that they intend to employ you for at least 6 additional months, for at least 6 months and things. So that would be good. They may or may not ask you if you want to be an organ donor, so that's something to prepare for. Trying to think, and you get it takes 4 weeks to get to you. You get a temporary a temporary health card. Also, and I think I had discussed this, if you don't have your PR card yet, they're just going to base it off of your work permit, basically. So that's just something to think about. Yes, I want to add this. I know that Ohip is great and everything, but it doesn't cover every single thing. So like prescription drugs, you do have to cover that. When you Google what it does cover, it says things like your doctor's visit, I think surgical or medical abortions, some eye surgery, ambulance, and probably some other things that I'll probably put across the screen if I didn't mention it. Just from my you know, just a general Google search, it's things that I could find. So it is really good when you can get like health benefit from your employer, and they can kind of cover the things that, you know, Ohip doesn't. So I know that a lot of persons think that, oh, healthcare is just free in Canada and you can just get everything for free. It's not really quite how it works. There are some things that you do have to come out of pocket for, or your employer will do the difference, and you don't necessarily pay that much. So that's just something to keep in mind, but definitely it is something important to apply for. Definitely feels great to be home. Feels good to be home, and thanks so much for spending the day with me. Don't forget to like this video, share, comment, subscribe. Definitely see you in the next one. And like, it was a very pleasant heat outside. It wasn't like scorching and I'm so uncomfortable. It was very pleasant, but I am kind of glad to just kind of be home and go ahead and chillax for a bit.